Okay, here's the first look at the loading coil that I built. I put it on a scrap piece of PVC conduit. It's approximately 2 inches in diameter. Use 16 gauge solid core wire. Wound 17 and just a fraction more turns. This should make it resonant somewhere around 7.2 megahertz in the 40-meter band. So we're gonna set this up and reconfigure the radials, and we'll see how accurate the calculations were. And we'll go more into about the calculations later. Okay, the loading coil effectively makes the driven element longer. By making the driven element longer, it makes the resonant frequency lower, which is going to be in the 7 megahertz of 40-meter band. All we got to do is unplug the driven element here, plug in the coil here, plug it back in. Then we need to reconfigure the radials because these radials are currently resonant in the 20-meter band, and we need to get it resonant in the 40-meter band. So what I'll do is I'll disconnect one of the radials here, see which one comes off the easiest, and then we'll connect it to the end of the other one. Now this is the first radial. We'll use this post as a center support. Then we'll move the other radial out here and connect it on. But all we have to do is use the same clip, disconnect from the non-conductive end piece there, and clip on to the bullet connector. Then we can take this out of the way, and we'll just use this as the center support for the radial to keep it up off the ground. Now I'll go back here to the end, and we've got the elevated radial now, which is 3 feet or higher off the ground. We're kind of going down into a ditch here. That shouldn't be that impactful. We're still basically the same height above ground because the ground level goes down with the ditch, but we've got it all elevated now. We've got connection. So let's go in and check the SWR and the resonant frequency for this now. All right, this is first connection. We're going to test the loading coil. Hopefully it is correct. I used a calculator to determine how many turns of wire based on that diameter of core. So let's, I've got my nano VNA here, haven't turned it on yet. Hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised that this will tune up in the 40-meter band. Okay, it's not quite in. It looks like I've got too many turns on that coil. So may have to adjust that, but you can see here it's resonant lower than 7.175. This is 7.175 over here. I don't know if you may be able to see this. I'm going to change the stimulus here, the start frequency, down to, let's change it down to 6.5 megahertz and see where that resonant, and it's saying it's resonant down around 7.096. So it needs to be a little shorter to raise the frequency. I'm going to do that now and see if we can't get this thing into resonance. Okay, got the coil off of the antenna now. So I'm going to just cut off this bullet connector here. Then I'm going to run the wire back through, start working it through. Okay, that's about a ½ an inch or thereabouts. Push as much of that wire through there as we can and pull it through from the inside. Okay, so now we have a ½ inch or so, maybe 3/4 of an inch that we've taken out of the coil. And I'm going to put another bullet connector on the end here. I'm going to cut off a little bit of this wire. Then we'll strip. There's 16 gauge there. Strip off about 1/4 of an inch. And we'll put our different bullet connector on. And there's a way to use these. You see how there's a post right here on this crimper, and there's a recess here. You want the post on the bottom and the recess here on what I call the top. The top is where the inside of the connector is split. So this holds that together better. It doesn't allow those that split to spread open. Then I crimp it twice at least. I'm going to get this one in the middle. Crimp it once towards the end here, once toward this end, and then crimp the middle down. And that connector should be good connector electrically and mechanically as well. The calculations get you in the ballpark, but they're not always going to be exactly on the frequency that you want, because everything reacts a little differently, allowing for variations in the diameter of the wire, how tightly it's wound, and so forth, affects the inductance on this coil. When I ran it through the calculations for this length antenna, which if I remember correctly is 15 feet 10 inches for the driven element, it said in order to make that resonant on 40 meters that I needed 10.8 millihenries. And I ran it through the calculator that I'll leave a link to in the description. You can go and calculate yours as well. And it allows, this is just a piece of scrap PVC that I had. Anything close to this diameter should work, plus or minus a half an inch or so. But you have to plug in that diameter into the calculator. Then it will tell you how to adjust the turns. So let's put this back on the antenna and see how it works. Okay, I've got a feeling we're going to see some significant difference in the resonant frequency here. Let me turn the nano VNA back on here and get back to our 40 meter band. It did make a difference. You can see here the slope where the resonant frequency is. Let's broaden this a little bit. Change the stimulus here to 6.5 megahertz on the low side. Okay, you can see the dip here now. Let's see where that resonant frequency is occurring. And that's 7.12. That's getting mighty close. Getting mighty close. 7.12 is where it's resonant. Of course, that's down in the CW portion of the band. So we just need to take just a little bit more off of that winding and get it resonant. I'm sure the radio doesn't have a tuner, but this could easily be tuned in with most radios that have a tuner. It's not that far off. So it could be usable as it is. I'm going to change the start frequency here just a little bit higher. And let's make that 6.8 megahertz. Okay, there you can see it. It's still resonant right there at 7.12. So that's, like I say, that's usable. But I want to get it just a little closer. I need to get it, I only work in the phone portion of the band. So I want to get that up just a little bit higher. Preferably around 7.23 or somewhere in that neighborhood. Let's see if I'm able to do that with the equipment I have on hand here today. Okay, what I've done, I've made 2 marks here just so we'll know what we're working with. And they're spaced, this is at a 1/2 inch from the current hole, and there's 1 inch from the current hole. So I'm going to cut off this connector, take it off. I may try to uncrimp it here if that's possible by putting it in. Yeah, I believe so. That way we can save a little length of the wire. I got the connector off without having to cut the wire. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to thread the wire back through the hole. Since I don't have another hole, to put it in here, but I'm going to bend it right there in line with that 1/2 inch mark. You can see that I've got it bent in line with the 1/2 inch mark, and I've got some electrical tape. I'm going to tape it where it should stay in place there, and we should be able to test it and see what impact that has on the resonant frequency. Took 1/2 inch of a winding out of this inductor. Get this tape on here to hold it in place, because we don't want that to move. And that should be good for testing. But right now this is sufficient, and I'll see if I can get this connector back on here temporarily. It's moved it a little bit, but not as much as I had hoped. We're approximately 7.125 now, so it didn't move it very much. So I'm going to move it an inch. We just moved it a 1/2 inch this last time, so we're going to move it a total of 1.5 inches and see where the resonant frequency goes then. This is well within the ability to be tuned by your internal tuner. But again, this particular radio does not have an internal tuner. Now, I could add an external tuner, but I want to show you how to make this antenna resonant and the process that I go through to do this. Like I say, the calculator will get you in the ballpark, but there's so many variables involved, you may have to tune it a little bit, and that's what I'm doing now. And this is the way I would normally configure this antenna, so that's what I'm basing it on. Your results may vary, so you have to do what you have to do to make your antenna work. But this is the process that I go through to make mine work. Okay, I got the coil again. You can see we were a 1/2 inch. I'm going to go a full inch. I'm going to make another mark here. I'll fill it in here. Okay, so here we had a 1/2 inch. There's an inch. There's an 1.5 inches. So I'm going to take it back to the 1.5 inch line, bend it up. So I'm going to get this taped in position here again. And like I say, this is just temporary. This is while we're testing. We'll make it permanent when we find where it's resonant. But right now, this will be sufficient to hold the wire steady, hold it in place while we're testing to see how much that impacts the resonant frequency. So let's put this back in line, retest it, and see what impact we've had. Let's turn on the nano VNA. Okay, it's getting inching closer. You can see it's getting more in line. Let's see where it says the resonant frequency is now. Go back to the start frequency, change that to 7 megahertz. Okay, that's a pretty good representation here, but that's between 7 and 7.3. The low SWR is 1.74 at 7.137. It's coming up a little bit. 7.137 is the resonant frequency now. So I'm going to take out another 2 inches. We may be sneaking up on just getting 16 turns instead of 17 turns. And I'm tempted to go ahead and try 16 turns to see where that puts us. So let's go get the coil, make the modification, and then put it back in line. Okay, got the coil again. That was a total of 2 inches that we've moved. We've taken out of the windings of this coil. That's almost half. So I'm going to go ahead and take out a full turn, and we'll tape it down. If that turns out to be resonant at the frequency that I'm wanting it to be resonant on, which is around 7.23, I think that will give us the best coverage of the band for SSB operation. Because again, that's the low point. It could stand to go a little higher than that, but that's what I'm aiming for. And we'll check and see what the SWR is there. So here we go. We've got it down to 16 turns, and we'll see where our resonant frequency is now. From 7.175 up to 7.3 megahertz. And we've got a good low SWR, 1.66 SWR. Okay, so we got 16 turns on our coil right now. We'll check the SWR. I'll put the antuner in place temporarily just to verify everything is good. Okay, I've temporarily got the antuner. I wanted to show you that the tuner itself, the automatic tuner, is disabled. And that's how I use this meter. I'm on 40 meters, 7.244 in CW mode. This will be the first time that I keyed it up since I put the loading coil on the antenna. So let's see what it's reading. Okay, it's reading 1.7 at 102 watts. Not bad. It's not as low as I would like, but that's the way it works with this antenna. We are in a very workable SWR. It will work fine like this without a tuner, and with radios that have a built-in tuner well within the tuning capabilities of most automatic tuners. We're going to get set up and get spotted here on 40 meters and see if we can't work a few parks on the air QSOs. Okay, we just got spotted here on 40 meter band, 7.244, and we're going to use the poor man's POTA PERformer with the loading coil that I just built, and I showed you how to set up the radials. Now we're going to get on the air and see if it works, see what kind of contacts we can make. Let's check it out. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo, CQ Parks on the air.
Alpha Delta 8, Mike Delta.
Alpha Delta 8, Mike Delta, come on in here.
I've got you in Cincinnati about a 5.9.
Copy the 5.9 Cincinnati. Thank you for being out there and hunting. I've got you 5.9 here in the park.
Okay, have a great day. Hope you made a lot more contacts. 88 MD, I'll be clear. 73.
73s, have a blessed day. Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo, CQ Parks on the air.
Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Mike.
Was that Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Mike?
QSL, Jerry, I have you about a 5.8 here in southeast Ohio.
Thank you for the 5.8 Southeast Ohio. I have you 5.9 here in Park US 0050.
Thank you very much for activating today. It's kind of rainy up here in Ohio, but I hope it's better for you down there in Kentucky.
Yeah, copy that. It was trying to mist a little bit this morning, but it stopped. It's still overcast. Sun has peeked through a few times, hoping it'll peek through a few more times here before the day's over. You have a blessed day.
You too, 73.
73 is QRZ.
Kilo Oscar 4, Golf Sierra Mike.
Kilo Oscar 4, Golf Sierra Mike. This is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo, CQ Parks on the air.
Roger. Hey, Jerry, you're a 5.7, 57 down here in South Carolina. I don't normally get Kentucky, but I'm getting you today.
Well, thank you for that. You're a 5.9 on me up here this morning, testing out a new loading coil on my poor man's POTA PERformer antenna. Try to get down to here to the 40 meter band, over.
Well, it's doing a fine job. You're 5.7 with real good audio down here. You got a great signal, and I got you logged here on the parks on the air. I'll say 7.3, Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo, KO4 GSM in South Carolina, 7.3.
Well, thank you for being out there, and thanks for reposting me there. I appreciate, or respotting me there on POTA. I was about to do the same thing from my phone. I was having a little problem with it. I appreciate you respotting me. You have a blessed day. This is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo.
7.3.
73s. QRZ. Whiskey Baker 3, Echo Germany Kilowatt, QSL.
QSL, you 5x5 in Western Pennsylvania.
Copy the 5x5 in Western Pennsylvania. I have you 5757 here in the park this morning.
QSL to 57 in Kentucky. Thanks so much for the activation. Have fun down there.
Thank you much for being out there and hunting. Have a blessed day. QRZ.
Kilo Quebec 4, Romeo Golf Charlie.
Kilo Quebec 4, Romeo Golf Charlie, QSL.
QSL.
I've got you 5-7 here in the park.
Roger, you're about a 5-7 here in North Alabama.
Thank you for the 5-7, North Alabama. Thanks for hunting, and you have a blessed day.
Roger, you have a good one, 73.
73, QRZ.
Alpha 8 Delta Lima.
Alpha 8, Delta Lima, QSL.
QSL, you're 59 Ohio.
Copy the 59 Ohio. You're 5-9 here in the park in Kentucky.
Roger that, 73 and good luck.
73s, have a blessed day, QRZ. Okay, station ending in Sierra Sierra. Come back.
Whiskey 4, Golf Sierra Sierra.
Whiskey 4, Golf Sierra Sierra, QSL.
QSL.
Got you 5-9 here in the park this morning.
QSL, you're 59 in Georgia. Thank you, 73.
73s, 5-9 from Georgia. You have a blessed day, QRZ.
Alpha Echo 4 Golf Kilo Delta Foxtrot.
Okay, there's a station starting with Alpha. Come back.
Alpha Echo 4 Golf Whiskey, have you a 59 into Tennessee, QSL.
QSL 5-9 into Tennessee. This must be ground wave. I'm surprised that we're able to hear each other this close.
Yeah, I never get Kentucky hardly.
What's your location in Tennessee?
Lenore City, Tennessee, just west of Knoxville, QSL.
Copy that, just west of Knoxville. Yeah, I'm familiar with the area. Well, thank you for being out there, and thanks for coming back. You have a blessed day.
And what was my signal report?
I'm sorry, you're 5-9 here also, 5-9.
Roger that. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy your time, and 73.
73, you have a blessed day. QRZ.
Mike 4,
Kilo Mike 4 station, come back.
Kilo Mike 4, Kilo Delta Foxtrot.
Kilo Mike 4, Kilo Delta Foxtrot, QSL.
Roger, Jefferson, Victor Alpha. I got you about a 5-5 Victor Alpha.
Thank you for the 5-5 Victor Alpha. I have you 5-9 here in the park.
Roger, thank you for the activation, 73.
73s, you have a blessed day. QRZ. November 8 station, come again.
Roger, November 8, Kilo Romeo. You are 59 Oscar Hotel, 73. Good luck.
73s, you're 5-9 here in the park. Thank you for Ohio. Have a blessed day.
Roger.
QRZ.
Kilo Charlie 3, Victor November Bravo.
Kilo Charlie 3, Victor November Bravo, QSL.
QSL, I've got you 56 in the Papa Alpha.
Thank you for the 56 in Papa Alpha. I've got you 5-9 here in the park. We're running on this poor man's POTA PERformer with a 40-meter loading coil. This is the first time I've used this coil. I just put the coil on this morning, and this will be on my YouTube channel, Budget Ham Radio, here sometime next week.
Hey, Roger. We'll copy the 59, and I hope you're having a great day. Always good to make your contact. 73, my friend.
73s, you have a blessed day. QRZ. CQ Parks on the air. Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo. CQ Parks on the air.
Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Romeo Lima.
Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Romeo Lima, QSL.
QSL, I have you at 59 here in North Carolina, QSL.
QSL on 5-9 North Carolina. You're about 10 over on me.
Roger. Appreciate the park today, and 73 to you.
73s, this is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo Park, US 0050, Mammoth Cave National Park. QRZ. This is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo. I'm going to go QRT at this location and go to another park and try to activate on 20 meters. This is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo, QRT. We just had a successful activation over at Mammoth Cave National Park on 40 meters using the new loading coil that I just made this week. It was had to do a little fine tuning, but that's okay. That can be expected. Since I don't have a tuner in the radio, make that resonant for the phone portion of that band. And that's what we did. It was resonant around 7.24, which was the low SWR point. So that should give us good coverage for the entire band. I have since relocated to a new park for me. It's US 10105, which is the Green River Wild and Scenic River Park. The river is right over here, about 100 feet. So we're way down in a valley. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get out of here, how well the signal will get out of here. We've got ridges on both sides of us here. Very tall ridge here to my south. My vehicle here is pretty much facing towards the west, southwest. And that's my radials are set up. My antenna is set up for 20 meters. And if you want to see how that's done, you can look at my previous videos about how to set up this antenna. But I've got it set up. The radials, the center of the radials are pointing towards the west on down the river valley. Hopefully we'll be able to get out of this valley and make some contacts on 20 meters. It's currently a little bit after noon here in South Central Kentucky. I'm on Central Standard Time here. So we're going to see what we can do. CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo, CQ Parks on the air. November India 0 Papa, QSL. Wow, thank you. You're my first call at this park at on this frequency. This is fantastic. I'm way down in the river valley here at Park, US 10105, QSL.
Well, QSL, you're coming in strong into Nebraska. Hopefully you get more strong contacts there, Jerry.
Yeah, you're 5'9" here too, sounding great.
Okay, take care, my friend. Hopefully we'll get another Park 73.
73s. You have a blessed day, QRZ. Station ending in Zulu, come back. Kilowatt 2, India Tango Zulu, QSL. Copy the 5'9", you're 5'9" here in the park, US 10105, QSL.
QSL, thank you very much. 1005, 73, and have a great day.
73s, you have a good day too. This is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo, QRZ. Alpha Charlie 5 Oscar, come on back.
5'9", Louisiana.
Thank you, 5'9", Louisiana. You're 5'9" here in the park. Good to hear you again. Have a blessed day. Yankee India, come back. QSL, Foxtrot 5, Papa, Yankee India. You are 5'6" here in the park, over. Thank you for being out there, and thank you for hunting. Thank you for the QSO from France. I hope you have a good evening. 73s, I'm going to give you a 5'7". You came up to a 5'7", over. Thank you much. Have a blessed evening there. This is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo, QRZ. Kilo 3 station, come again. Kilo 3, Kilo Lima Bravo, QSL. Okay, we've got 2 stations coming back there. The station ending in Whiskey Bravo.
Kilo 3, Kilo Whiskey Bravo.
Copy that. Got you that time. Appreciate other stations standing by. I've got you 5-9 here in Park US 10105, QSL.
Roger, you're a 5-9 in Maryland, Mike Delta. Thanks for activating.
Thank you very much for being out there and hunting, and have a blessed day. The other station that's standing by, come back.
Kilo 3, Kilo Lima Bravo.
Kilo 3, Kilo Lima Bravo, QSL.
Roger, solid 5-9 here in Pennsylvania, over.
Copy the 5-9 Pennsylvania. Appreciate you being out there and hunting. Have a blessed day.
You too, 7-3.
73 is QRZ. Kilo Bravo 2, Yankee Echo Whiskey, QSL.
QSL, name here is Guy Golf Uniform Yankee copy 5-9, Coastal North Carolina. Nice signal.
Thank you for the 5-9 Coastal North Carolina. I have you 5-8 here in the park.
Roger. Have fun out there. Good luck. God bless.
God bless you. Have a blessed day. QRZ. Kilo 3 Papa Golf, come back. Was there Kilo 3 station? Okay, the Kilo 3 Mike Mobile, come back.
Kilo 3, Mike Lima Bravo. Mike Lima Bravo.
Copy that, Michael. Got you. Mike Lima Bravo. You're coming in about a 4-7, over.
QSL, I got you about a 5-7 here, Pennsylvania. 73, good luck.
Thank you for the 5-7 Pennsylvania. Have a blessed day. The November 3 station, come back.
November 3, Foxtrot, Mike Charlie 4, Motor Company 5-9, Pop Alpha.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for being out there again. You're 5-9 here in the park in Kentucky, over.
Roger, thank you.
73s, have a blessed day, QRZ.
Whiskey 5, Mike Zulu X-Ray.
Whiskey 5, Mike Zulu X-Ray, QSL.
QSL, you're 5-7 in Mississippi.
You're 20 over here.
Roger, good luck on your hunt.
Thank you much. You have a blessed day, QRZ. Wow, big pile up. I think I heard a station ending in Oscar. Come back.
Whiskey 4, Romeo Delta Oscar.
Whiskey 4, Romeo Delta Oscar, QSL.
QSL, you're a 5-9 in Victor Alpha.
Thank you for the 5-9 Victor Alpha. I have you 5-8 here in the park.
Thank you. 73,
73s, have a blessed day. This is Kilo Mike 4, Zulu Kilo Bravo. Thanks for everybody being out there and hunting. Hope you have a blessed day. I'm going QRT.